Hello, my name is Ana Maria Tudor and I have a word for you. What you need to confront someone of their sin. What you need to confront someone of their sin. Do you know what you need for that? This is a word from yesterday, and in Jeremiah 1:10 it says that God says He appointed Jeremiah over nations and kingdoms, to uproot and tear down, to destroy and overthrow, to build and to plant. And I want to concentrate on those four things that are not positive, but you need to do them before building and planting. And the amazing thing is that I found out a similar verse in Micah 3:8, which actually says what you need to confront those things, to be able to do those things, from Jeremiah 1:10. And it says, "But truly I am full of the power by the Spirit of the Lord. I am full of the power by the Spirit of the Lord, and of justice and might, to declare to Jacob his transgression, and to Israel his sin. Truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Lord, and of justice and might, to declare to Jacob his transgression, and to Israel his sin." And let me look a little bit to another translation for Micah 3:8, because I noticed that there were four things here: full of power, full of the Spirit of the Lord, full of justice, and full of might. And yeah, it says like that in the Amplified version: full of power of the Spirit of the Lord, and of justice and might, to declare transgression and sin. And look at this: for each one of those four things, there is a provision, there is a way to do it, a research that you need to be able to do it. So to uproot, and we are talking about things pertaining to the kingdom of darkness, and there are things that need to be uprooted, like the root of the problem. And there is an iniquity there, an iniquity in the heart, as the iniquity it was found in Lucifer, when he was the greatest angel, and everything was perfect until the iniquity was found in his heart. So to be able to uproot the root of the problem, you need to be full of power. You need to have strength inside, because we are not playing here. It's not something to play with. You really need power to do that. The second thing, to tear down, to do this, and usually in the Old Testament there were altars built to another god or gods, and they needed to be teared down. And for that you need to be full of the Spirit of the Lord. Being full of the Spirit of the Lord makes you able to tear down any altar that is built to other god. But you can do that only if you are full, because if you are not, you may be not enough not having enough power in the kingdom of light to be able to discern, to want to do it, and to actually do it, to tear down altars. The third thing is to destroy, and to destroy you need to be full of justice. And we have here an example with God when he felt sorry that he created man on the face of the earth, and he purposed to destroy him. But we know that Noah found grace in his sight. But why did God want it to destroy man? Because the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Imagine. So this is the reason that God wanted to destroy man. And he did, except of Noah, his family, and the animals that he chose to preserve, like 2 from each species. And there was a newness on the earth because of that. And the fourth thing is to overthrow. And to overthrow, you need to be full of might. And here, if you look at the definition on Blue Letter Bible, you will see that this kind of power implies bravery. You need to be courageous to do that, because overthrowing is not easy. Anyway, God wanted to do that to the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, and he did. And the reason was that the outcry against them has grown great before the face of the Lord. The outcry against them, because the depravity that was there was really a big one. And also, God overthrows those who are rising against him, because he's God and he's the only one, and you cannot prevail if you are rising against God. So sometimes you need to do those not easy things, especially if you are a prophet, and it's about powers here. So yeah, you may need to uproot the source of a problem. You may need to tear down some altars, not physical ones, but like, they can be in the imagination of someone, or something may need to be destroyed because like it started to go really in a bad direction, and nothing good could come out of that. So that thing should be destroyed. And you know and we know that nothing that it is not built on the foundation of which is Christ will be burned. And that's kind of the idea. It will not last. And the last thing you may need to overthrow, like in the case of destroying, is like, Noah found favor, so there was a remnant, you could say, in that case. Only the direction was wrong, and all of what came from that direction. But like in the case of overthrowing, it's like everything. And we have examples of nations that were conquered by Israel, and God gave specific instruction to destroy everything. And if you remember, Saul was not doing that in one case, and he was not listening to God. Like sometimes something he want to keep some things because they look good, seem good, they are useful, but if they pertain to something that God wants to overthrow, it's better to do like that, because God has a bigger picture, and he knows that that thing is not good at all. Maybe it seems good for you at one point, but you don't see the whole picture, you don't see the future, you don't see where it will go in the end and the outcome, because maybe looks good like on the outside, or maybe they are good, like, because you cannot say that an animal is evil because Saul kept some of those animals. But the point is, like, as the earth is cursed because of man, everything that is under man can be cursed. And the problem in that case were the people, not the animals. But the animals pertain to the people, so that's why when God decided to destroy everything, that meant everything with everything that nation had. So yeah, because when evil grows great, God is finally cutting everything and start something new. So this is what you need, and it will help you if you want to confront someone of their sin, or if there is this kind or any kind of sin that requires these methods. Because the purpose of God is to establish his kingdom, and for that he has to make some cleaning before. Because we know that in Jeremiah his appointment was finally to build and to plant something. But first, there are some unpleasant jobs to do. And those are those ones, as we talked about. So, blessings. Bye. See you soon.